Whether we say it or not, complete control over our own lives is what we all want. I've been playing football for the last 10 years of my life, and now I'm free. Now I'm free! I've always played football, yeah, because I like it, but to be honest, a lot of it was to prove other people wrong. I don't like when people tell me no. When people tell me I can't do something, I have to show them I can. You said I couldn't, and I did. F you. Who's laughing now? The whole reason I ever went D1 was off of my pure determination alone. On paper, I was never supposed to get to Division I FBS, the top of Division I football. I grew up in New York City where people don't even think football fields exist. I'm 5'10" and played quarterback. I was never the strongest, fastest, or could ever throw the farthest. The cards were evidently stacked against me. But I got there off of my pure determination to prove all those other people who said I couldn't wrong. And I am proud of that, don't get me wrong, but that whole time I'm training to shut other people up. It was never for myself. When you're not living for yourself, you become a prisoner to people's expectations of you. I was always thinking about how I can one-up the last person who talked some shit about me, or show that person that I was better than they said I was. And this is good to a certain extent until you start living solely for that purpose. You can never please other people because their goalpost is always gonna change. You should do things because you want to do them, not because other people said you can't. And I've never truly wanted to be controlled by a structure or a system. I didn't want to be building someone else's program. I wanted to be building my own. I knew I wanted to create and put out my own ideas, and you can't do that when you're owned by a logo. Football started to feel more and more like a 9-to-5 job, clocking in, clocking out. And the decision to quit became easy when I realized all football was for me at this point was a socially approved identity. It gives you something to say you're doing, even if it's not actually pushing you towards the life you want. You don't have to deal with that tough conversation when people ask you, why'd you quit? Yo, why'd you quit, bro? You know, I just wanted to focus on other things in life, you know, try something new. Nah, you quit, bro. You're a goofy. You gave up. You're a quitter. You quit. You quit. Your sport or whatever you've done since a kid doesn't have to be your whole identity. Society wants you to believe that you're trapped into one role your whole life and you can't do anything else. You become trapped into the sunk cost fallacy, the idea that just because you've invested a large amount of time or effort into something, you can't change it up or do anything different, because then you will have wasted all that past investment, which is just not true at all. You can reinvent yourself as many times as you want. Look at Kanye West, or Ye. He started off as a producer, then he became the biggest rapper in the world. He's had a clothing brand, Yeezy. He's directed films, ran for president, and but that's besides the point. Imagine if he had just stopped when he was a producer, driving around in New York, selling beats out of his Lexus, because that's what everyone told him he was. But no, he knew he had other talents and art to display to the world, and he's been able to do so much because he never let society box him into just doing one thing. Our sport is something that we all started from when we were kids because of the pure joy we got from the game. But for me, the game turned into a cesspit of people feeding their egos and childish politics. It's extremely different from when we were kids. People's jobs are at stake, coaches have families to feed, there's money on the line, but for the players, a lot of the time, there's no real ROI. Since I've quit, I've spoken to a lot of my other football friends, and they've honestly told me that they've been thinking of quitting too, because the retribution just isn't there for them. The game isn't forced to love you back, regardless of your investment. You're waking up early, barely tolerating some juicehead assistant strength coach yelling in your ear, "Get lower in your squat!" Guns N' Roses is playing in the back, it's 5 a.m. Like, a lot of the bullshit that comes with it just isn't worth the outcome most of the time. A lot of people now are playing strictly for the potential financial gain, either hoping that they're gonna get a fat NIL check or make the NFL, which is 0.0011123%. And most people know that it's not in their future. Like, if you're the 15th deep receiver on scout team as a junior, it's like, you're still not getting any reps as a 6-year grad student. Just hang up your equipment. Helmets on the right, shoulder pads on the left. You're doing these ridiculous workouts. Like, I remember we're doing Olympic hang clean, behind the head, Zercher snatch pulls. It's like who even created this? Who made these movements? A lot of the time you end up doing more for the program than the program is doing for yourself. I didn't care anymore to slave away for an organization that doesn't really care about me and doesn't even have my name on it, when I could be building for myself. And I'm not saying football has been completely useless. It's pretty much built the foundation of all my discipline, a hard-working mindset. It's probably why I'm hustling so hard now to really make it. But these programs, these coaches, they don't really care about you. It's all transactional at the end of the day. Only a small percent of players really end up getting any benefit for themselves. But people end up staying attached to things longer than they should because it gives them that social proof. They're scared of what they'll be without it, scared how people will perceive them without that thing. Whatever that thing is for you, your girlfriend, football, a diamond chain, your Instagram followers. We've all been hesitant to walk away from something in our life that we don't want to be a part of anymore. So we overthink and dramatize what life will look like after we lose knows that thing. But in reality, the world keeps spinning and no one really gives a fuck. You can do whatever you want or take whatever path is enticing to you. Don't be bound by the expectations set by your close friends or family. Do what you want to do. The only difference is now I'm not on a regimented structure. I have to make something happen for myself. I have to wake up and make money and film and edit videos. I don't have a coach breathing down my neck telling me what to do. I have to hold myself accountable. But I kind of like that pressure though, because it keeps you on your toes every day. With football, you know what you're getting. You're in the same facilities every day, wearing the same workout clothes at the same time. It's monotonous. I wanted to be able to have creative freedom. Someone like me, someone who constantly has free thoughts and new ideas running through his head, I needed an outlet to express them to. The only thing you can express in football is the same plays the coaches regurgitate in every meeting. And am I quitting to be a degenerate and drink every weekend at some bar that charges you triple of what it's worth? No, of course not. But I also don't have it all figured out at the moment. But neither does anybody else, as much as they make you think they do. As many Instagram stories they post in Malibu acting like they're having fun, no one truly has every step of their life figured out. But I think that's what makes life so beautiful, is that you don't need everything figured out at the moment. You can have so many different chapters and figure them out along the way. But I truly knew that I could never be just a football player. There's so many things that we as people miss out on by thinking that we're only meant to do one thing. I have more free time now to push out new ideas that I've been sitting on, and I'm no longer owned by anything. If you're out there listening to this and you want autonomy and creative freedom over your life, then maybe you could be like me.